Alright, we're doing a pod review today on this pepper right here, and this pepper is called, I don't know what to call it. Came out of the Blue Ghost pepper from Mojo Peppers. I bought some peppers for them that were like F2s, F3s. Not totally stable, so they're still stabilizing, and I am phenoing off the other plants. But one of the variations that came out of is plants that I might keep is this one. And it's an orange version of the Blue Ghost. So what is the Blue Ghost to begin with? The Blue Ghost is basically a boot jolokia. The difference is that the Blue Ghost, before it turns red, actually gets very purple with a hue of blue over the pepper before it turns red. It will eventually turn into a red boot jolokia pepper. But the Blue Ghost pepper does get this blue hue to it, or purple if you will, before it does that. And a lot of times it retains a lot of that purpling and blue effect all the way up into the red stage. So it can get a really mottled looking effect to it, striping if you will, and offset colors. It can really get quite interesting. But under the normal conditions, in most situations, it's generally just going to turn red, and you might get some patches of like darkening on it, which would be the purpling effect or the bluing effect, and the blackening that sometimes you see. You might get some of that that'll stay into the ripening stage, and that is what the Blue Ghost is. This, however, is an orange Blue Ghost. It's from the Blue Ghost seeds that I got, but this one doesn't ripen to red. It ripens to orange, as you see here. Now this pod has been sitting out for quite a while. I picked it when it was semi-orange, and I let it sit out for another about week or two, and then I decided to bring it out and do a pod review on it, and maybe I'll offer seeds for this. I didn't get very many this year off it, though I am wintering the plant over, so next year I should get an absolute ton of these peppers. But I think I'm going to start this one from seed just to see if it comes true again. But I'm not necessarily knowing if I'm going to build a web page for it and offer seeds. I mean, I don't know how stable this is, but that's it. It's an orange version of the Blue Ghost. Alright, so without any further ado, let's give it a go. Typical boot flavor. It has an interesting smell. Very floral. This thing is very strong. Very, very strong. This is the heat of a boot. The thing is that it's a creeper, so I know it's not that hot right now, but I know it's coming in because I can taste it. I can taste that heat in there. It's going to come in like a lion, and the heat is really ferocious. As far as the flavor goes, it had a tangy flavor, has a typical boot jolokia flavor, but there was something a little bit different about it. Kind of had like a, I don't know, it had a strange flavor to it. A little bit of sweetness, but mostly tangy. Heat is coming in now. So I bit it on this side of my mouth, and I chewed it really good. And it's burning the entire part of my tongue. I really chewed it really in the far part of my mouth, over by the molars, more or less. And some of it got like underneath my tongue and wrapped around the side. Man, that is heating up really strong right now. A lot. It has that type of boot jolokia type of burn to it. Though, I'm not going to say this thing is killer heat, but then again, I didn't come up by those seeds. It's definitely up there. As far as the heat goes, it's burning the whole side of my tongue right now. A little bit on the tip. The back of the throat is cooking. Nothing on this side of the mouth. It's all where I chewed it. It is cooking bad right now. But what I can say, as far as that, where would it fall into on the Scovilles? This particular pepper that I just ate now, and the intensity of the burn, I would say between, it's really hard to narrow this one down because of the way it's hitting my tongue. I would say it's probably anywhere between 400 and 600,000. This pepper, this variety. Could they get hotter? Well, they're boot jolokia. Yeah, they can get into boot range, which I think is like 800 or close to 1 million. Not quite 1 million. But, yeah, this thing's definitely got that pounding, suffering, agonizing type of burn. And it feels like, I don't know how to explain it, the pain on the gums, because it's burning my gums. It feels like I took a sharp tool and I scraped the first layer of skin off my gums. And that's what it feels like, a road rash type thing. It feels like that in a lot of ways. On the gums. The tongue is just absolutely pounding outwards. It's pounding almost as if it's going in that direction, because that's where I chewed it. Man, now the whole tip of the tongue is burning, and starting to get the whole end of the tongue is actually cooking. No dragon's breath. It has a really strange smell. Smells like a bucholokia, but it's got like a floral tone to it. Real nice pepper. This is a good one, guys. If I can get seed from this, or if I grow this out and I can get the whole plant to produce all orange type of bucholokias out of it, or blue, what did I call it? Orange blue ghost. If I could get a whole plant to produce nothing but orange blue ghost, which I am wintering the plant over now. So if next year it comes out with 100 of these pods, oh yeah, then we'll offer the seed. Then it's worth it. But I don't know if it's worth it if it's not going to stay orange. It could go back to red or whatnot, or the blue type. Wow, that was good though. That was a good burn. Again, the flavor, it's that typical bucholokia flavor, but this one it's more floral, and the intensity of that floral taste. I think a lot of people are referring, when they say floral, I think what they're referring to when they say that is that soapy flavor that I always describe. This had that soapy flavor. No doubt about it. That was soapy. And it was potent, striking. It came in strong and striking. Typical nasty boot type of an effect. That is your true ghost pepper. That's it for the orange blue ghost bucholokia pepper. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.